In this lesson, I want to teach you all about the English phrasal verbs we use when talking about the phone. To start out the video, I'm actually on lunch break at my school, and I just had to get outside because it was absolutely beautiful out here. The first phrasal verb I want to talk about is pick up. Now, if I had made this video 20 years ago or 30 years ago, we might be talking about picking up the phone when you start a phone call, but now we would probably use something like pull it out of your pocket. Back then, everybody had house phones, not cell phones. House phones are what we call the phones people still have in their house. They might pick those up when they're about to make a call. But these days, most people talk about picking up the phone when they're talking about the other person they're calling. You might hear, oh, why don't they pick up? Why don't they pick up? It's another way to say answer the phone. I hope this never happens to you, but let's say you have an emergency and you want the police on the other end to answer really quickly. If they are taking too long, you might say, pick up, come on, pick up, pick up, pick up. The next one I want to talk about is get through, and we can use that emergency with this one. Get through, when you're trying to get through to someone, means you're trying to get someone on the other line. In that emergency, you're trying to get through to the police. Let's say there is a contest on a radio show. This happens in the United States sometimes, and they will say, to answer this question correctly, we will take caller number 9. And then people call in, and they're trying to get through to that radio station so they can win the contest. The next English phrasal verb we use with the phone that I would like to teach you is break up. Now, we use break up in a lot of different ways, and I've actually made a video about this. I will link it at the end of this one. But when we are talking about phone calls, break up can mean it's hard to understand the other person because there is interference. Maybe you are not close to a cell tower. Maybe you're out way away from the city and that person is breaking up. It means you hear some of the words, but not all of them. If someone is breaking up on the phone, you can ask them, hey, do you mind if I call you back? You're breaking up. I can't hear you very well. My lunch break is just about over, so I will continue this video somewhere else. I'm not sure, but I gotta go in now. Gotta go back to school. I'm back in my classroom now, but on my way back in, one of the ladies who works in the office says, hey, we received a call here in the office. There was a guy outside filming himself with a selfie stick. And she was like, oh yeah, that's Brent. It's okay. So luckily they didn't call the police on me, but somebody was worried that I was out on the school grounds with a selfie stick. That would have been fun if the police were called, right? You could meet an American police officer. It's the next day. I'm about to leave for work to go back to school. It's not as nice today. It's raining a little bit. We need the rain though. As I try to wake up for another school day, I want to tell you about another English phrasal verb we use on the phone, and that is speak up. It's another way to ask someone to speak a little louder. You can say, I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Do you mind speaking up? Now might be a good time to ask you to hit that like button if you're learning any English at all. This is my planning period at school. It's a time when I don't have students. I get to plan for the next class. Well, I'm done planning, so I'd like to talk about the next English phrasal verb, and that is call back. So let's say you pick up the phone, you answer the phone, but you're pretty busy. You might tell that person, hey, can I call you back? I'm about to give the baby a bath. I'm a little busy right now. So when you call somebody back, it means they called you, you're just not able to take their call at that point, so you'll call them back at a later time. The lighting is awful here, sorry. Maybe I'll go over by the window to get some better lighting, maybe. The next one is cut off, and we can use this two different ways. Maybe you interrupt somebody. So you start speaking before that other person is done speaking. You might say, "Oh, I'm sorry I cut you off. Go ahead." And when you tell someone to go ahead, that means they can continue speaking. You can also get cut off when you're on a phone call. And sometimes we call it a dropped call, but literally the call will end. You were talking, suddenly you're not talking anymore. You might ask that person, "Are you still there? Are you there?" We must have gotten cut off. And then you'll have to call that person back, or maybe they'll call you back. The next two go together. Hold on and hang on. You can use these when you are asking the other person to wait. Maybe, I don't know, something comes up. We'll use another phrasal verb there. Something interrupts you and you have to leave the conversation for just a little bit, not a long time. You're asking them to wait. "Hey, can you hold on? Can you hang on?" Both of those English phrasal verbs mean wait. Let's say you get a phone call at a restaurant, but the server comes over to take your order. You might tell the person you're talking to, "Hey, can you hang on? I just need to give the server my order." But if your food actually arrives, you might tell that person on the phone, "Hey, do you mind if I call you back? My food just came. I'm gonna eat. I'll call you back right after." The next one, it's not hang on, but it's hang up. And that is what you do at the end of a call. You hang up your phone. You stop talking to that person. I think now, instead of the house phone where you would literally hang it up, I think you just click the end button, right? On a cell phone? Yeah, the end button. Hey, if you like these phrasal verb videos, why stop learning English now? Check out this one I did right here at my school. There are like 30 of them. It'll really help you with your English.